Make sure if you have your, I'm hearing some noise, so just make sure that you have mute button so it doesn't record on the recorder, please. For the video. We have a new events page that we're going to review with you to make it, trying to put everything in one location. That's going to make it easy for all the athletes to find where everything is located.
And for us to keep it straight, because when we were trying to plan out the track meets that we're running in versus where we're coaching you guys and the powerlifting meets, and then now that we're just growing everything and our reputation's growing, now we're talking to different meet promoters and organizations, and we're having to basically relay back to them when our team and all of our people are available to attend meets or possibly host meets. And then we have promo events and different things that we're sponsoring and being partners at. So number one for us, we had to map out our lives. But it's like scheduling all of your kids for soccer practice and all their sporting events and making sure that there's not overlap. So yes, we have everything mapped out. It's life-saving and life-changing, and everybody can be on the same page, and then also plan the things you also want to go, especially if they're local, just to go and be part of Team Amp Up and cheer the other athletes on, even if you're not competing. So that's another reason that we were pushing for an local powerlifting meet in Columbus, so people that have not yet competed in powerlifting can go. And also, even if you're on the track team and you're not on the powerlifting team, just going as part of Team Amp Up and cheering the team on. And it's a super fun event. So getting all of that mapped out so everybody's on the same page, no matter if you're competing in the things or not. Everybody knows the day, the time, where it's at, everything. And at all times, it's available on the website. Yeah, for like literally the next year and a half of events.
Yeah, I'm still loading things, but
okay.
I have the most important things in there that we're going to review tonight. So to keep it really basic and simple. I'm also going to go over the workout that just got uploaded for USA Track and Field. The meal plan that was loaded for the powerlifters and for the track athletes that still have to drop some body fat. I'm going to review that. Powerlifting workout. The first meet that we have scheduled is July 1st. Here in Columbus, Ohio, Canal Winchester. And so we are officially 12 weeks out. So that's plenty of time. So we'll be adding the powerlifting workout routine on the app as well. Planning things just a little bit different this time around because so many people are so much stronger. But now we're starting with 12 weeks that the whole last month prior to the meet, which means the entire month of June, is there a new link? Will you please send that to Michelle? The entire month of June is going to be push-ups daily in order for everyone to just get really jacked on their upper body for bench, to get some of your best bench presses ever. So before we would normally do it like every other day, 7 days before. Now learning from what I had Rhonda do for the Arnold Classic Pump and Run, how great it was, how great her performance was from just being so pumped up from push-ups. So that is in your future. We're going to go over the Amp Up events page. We're going to review all the different details and all the work that Todd's been doing, setting up new accounts and so forth to get the team Amp Up, all the sports teams, as many discounts and promotions and all that kind of stuff that we can possibly get. So that's where we've been working, putting in work. So what I'm going to do now is go into share screen and go to the first place. All right, so first place I'm going to go is to the events. All right, want to make sure thumbs up. You can actually see the event page I just pulled up. Jody, can you give me a thumbs up? Okay, thank you. All right, so the way that this events page, as you can see here in the menu bar, so I'm over on the Amp Up website, okay? So ampupsportsnutrition.com. That's where this is found. Then in this menu bar right here, it says events, and just click in there. And you can also separate it if you want by the month or just from today forward. Then you'll see here, oh, I'm scrolling side to side and I get all kinds of shit happening. Hold on, I need to go back to my you guys. Back to my list. Okay, so the way it works is when you scroll down, it typically will start on wherever you are. So then it's got the date or a range, and then when you click in there, you'll be able to see what's going on there. We've got the meetings, so in case you wonder when the next meetings are, the current meetings and the time of them. I'm pretty sure I also put in the login information as well, so we don't get people saying, hey, what's the login? I'm going to double check that. Where the practices are each month, the address and everything. Any kind of special promotion events that are going on for sports models. And then, so we'll just go down that. So let's just start with this first one that's on the thing. If you click right there, it will pull up the actual event. And it will say, okay, on April 4th to April 16th. So what Todd has negotiated, we're just trying to get a time frame because what they try to do when they do sports team ordering or just making sure that the whole team, if they have to place extra orders for items, they like it to be like over a couple week period. So I just put starting tomorrow until the 16th.
Linda, you can't see the calendar.
Oh, we're not on the calendar. We're on, do you see the thing that says Roadrunner Sports?
No.
Oh, you can't see anything?
You can't say anything?
Well, I do, but it doesn't say Roadrunner Sports. It's different people's conversations. It's on 5RR with all these different conversations.
What's she saying?
Maybe she sees the chat. She's seen a bunch of different conversations. So I'm not sure what page you're sharing right now, but it's not the right one.
Yeah, same thing. I was like, oh my God, I know I haven't been to a
Can't see the
meeting.
calendar.
Woo.
Can't see the calendar. Okay. Hold on. Let me get off that. Let me stop my share and go again. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, is this showing up now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So the way that the event looks on here is it just has like a date, time frame or whatever. So what we have on here for Roadrunner Sports, so he just got done negotiating this. This is a national account. They've got 43 different stores that you can shop in, or you can shop online. So I say on here all the details that it says on here. Now for your first shopping, you can get a total savings of 30% if you get the 10% team amp up. Then they'll add that if you sign up for a VIP family membership, that's another 10%. And then if you say you're part of team amp up buying your first equipment, they'll give you 10% more that day. So that's a total savings of about 30% off of whatever you purchase. They said, here is the code that you use if you're shopping online. So it says it right there. Then they gave us a barcode, but all I could do on the app. So the barcode, it kind of looks like that from Roadrunner, but you're not going to be able to see that. But
we can put the barcode on this page, right?
I put the
As an
number right
image.
here. So here's the barcode number. And they said you could either take a picture. I took a picture of it as well, but I can't get it up there. It's just too faded. But they said you can either give that number right there or just say, I'm checking out as an Amp Up Sports track and field team. That's the team I'm on. And then they'll give you that discount.
Mute that one.
We'll do what?
Mute that. Spell it over
Okay.
and mute.
All right, hold on.
Yeah,
There we go. Okay. So anyway, then we asked him about different sizes, and then he said, well, if for any reason there is a if for any reason they don't have a size, look online. And then they said, if it's not online, then they don't carry the size. So then Todd said, okay, well, I need a backup for people if they don't have that size shoe or spike or whatever. So then he went to Nike.com. He's still trying to work on a discount for Nike, but he's found that Nike.com will give a 10% discount for military vets and a 10% discount for medical professionals. So if you end up having to go to Nike.com, he said that's where you may have to go to get your shoes. Anyway, he had me list down what are the types of shoes, the brands, the Nike brands. So Nike sprinting spikes, there's multiple options of sprinting spikes for all sprint events. Nike Zoom Rival Jump. That's for long jump, triple jump, and high jump events, if you do any of those. Nike Zoom Rotational 6 is for field throwers. So that's the one you're looking for that. Nike High Jump Elite Spike, that's for high jumps only. I just use my sprinting spikes for that. So if you are a sprinter, you don't need to get another pair for that. Nike Race Walk, just Race Walker tennis shoes. And then there were several brands of that, and same thing for general running. So those are like the brand names of the ones that we know are actually good ones that are carried. So the rest of this says Roadrunner. Trying to get the shoes if you can between the 4th and the 16th, if you can have them for the practice or live practice we're gonna have, that would be great. But just kind of have a zone in there. You'll start to see when the events are. You want to be able to break in your shoes, your spikes, and get used to them.
Get used to the
For
feeling of running
about,
in spikes.
I'd say for sure in May, if we're going to do a end of June event. Some people will do the end of June event, but we'll go over that. All right, the next event here that I'm just going to go over real quick. This is a live practice, and all I have on here for the live practice, I put all the bullet points. It's at Thomas Worthington, 10:30 to 12:30 p.m. April 17th, since the holiday. It would normally be the second Sunday of the month. There's only a couple Sundays that it's a holiday, or we're actually traveling and we can't do it on that one. But for this month, because of Easter, it's on the 17th. And
That's a Sunday. That's a Monday.
That's a Monday, yeah.
17th
It-
is Monday.
She means.
It says
Oh,
16th,
I-
okay, it says Monday the
I
17th.
mean the
Perfect,
16th.
Yep, she means the 16th.
perfect.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it absolutely. My calendar, I should have looked at that. So yeah, that is still Sundays, 10:30 to 12:30, and I'll change that to the 16th. Make sure you follow all those bullets that I've got right there. All right, let's go on from here. Okay, now talking about the powerlifting. So we're gonna click on this event right here for the team Amp Up Powerlifters. So this is a July 1st event, Saturday, July 1st. It is in Canal Winchester at American Barbell. Super, super cool gym. Got all the doors that'll open. It's a really awesome gym. And it's with USA Powerlifting. So we're going to be going after getting records in a whole nother organization, which is always cool. This is the biggest. I competed in this organization. It's the biggest in the world. So they have a ton of lifters. So meet capacity is 56 lifters here. So see how they have those stars there? That's not a joke. So I've already emailed them and told them we have potentially 35 that will be attending. So I need to find out from these promoters if we just have to enlist as a team or what. But this is just the information here. This one, they give medals to the first or the third place. So that's going to be something new. We've never had that before. Normally it's only first place that gets any awards in the other organization. Then you've got all the things here that you need to read on your own. When it begins, the time, the check-in, all that. And like I said, once I hear back from the woman, Cynthia, who I emailed what we have to do as a team, then I'll say, okay, make sure you guys are all registered and you get registered with USA Powerlifting if you're going to be doing the July 1st. So like Brittany said, Todd's saying that he wants as many events in Columbus, Ohio as possible. So a lot of the team can come, because a lot of times when we're competing and we're out of state, just a little bit of the team can show up. So we want to try to get as many people to the events as possible, especially when it comes to track and field. Those points really add up. And some of these teams have hundreds of people on their team. So, but anyway, so there's the track. I'm sorry, there's the powerlifting. So please review that in more detail. Let's see. Okay, so let's cover something else. Okay, so this one is July 2nd. Where's my June? Where's my June? I'm missing a June event. Let me share my screen another way. So hold on.
Just curious, do they have the weigh-in the night before? It doesn't look
I
like it,
asked
right?
that. It doesn't say it, so I asked that in my question. So
Okay.
gotta find out if they do the night before weigh-in.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Thanks.
then I'll let you guys know for sure. Can you tell that I switched my screen over to USA Track and Field? Can you guys see that, or do I need to share a different way?
Yes, we see it.
Okay. So some of the events, so I'm back over to USA Track and Field. Some of the events that what we saw here that are this one is for young people. So we got the 24th of June, it's a Cleveland Track Classic, Independence, Ohio. And then that's another young person. And then there's this one on July 2nd. So that's the day after the powerlifting meet. So 7-1 Saturday is power sports. And then 7-2 Sunday would be at Spires Institute.
Oh, that's when it fires.
That's at Spires. That's at Spires Institute. So still got to discuss that more with Todd. What he would do is he would make it where if you did compete in the powerlifting, you probably would just do throws at an event, something that's not totally exhausting. If you actually competed in the July 2nd. But there was one more. Where was that? Oh, it was this one, which was June 24th, Cleveland Track Classic. So that's what I have to discuss with him. It just wasn't on his paper. So that might have to be the one that way it gives us some at least 2 weeks time. Oh no, can't do June 24th.
Yeah, that's.
we're at the Mrs.
I
Ohio.
was like, no.
That's why he didn't put
It was
that.
already going to be a powerlifting meet, and then we couldn't
Yeah.
do that because it's a Mrs.
That's
Ohio,
Mrs.
and now we
Ohio
also
that we
cannot go to the
sponsored.
track event.
Yeah.
See?
Okay, that's why
Welcome
he
to
didn't
our
put that
world.
down. That's why he didn't put it down. All right, so July 2nd, at Spires Institute, that's one of the events. He also wants this one. I've got to finish putting that down. This is for jumpers and throwers only. And so this one is September 17th. And then there's a national event. I didn't put that on the calendar yet, which is the one that's July 20th to the 23rd in Greensboro, North Carolina. Now that event, that's going to be a big event. That is the big national
Outdoor
event.
national.
That's outdoor national.
Yeah.
So those of you that went to the indoor nationals, you saw how people from 20 countries were there. So that's how big of a deal it is. Outdoors is even
about
bigger.
3 times as big.
Yeah, it's even
And
bigger.
it's totally spread out.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
And it's a lot of fun because now you
Yeah.
got all the events in that. So that is July 20th and 23rd. So the first time we're looking at any type of events going on, sporting wise, would not be till the beginning of July. So July 1st, 2nd, and then the 20th and 23rd, and then not again until September. So that kind of gives an idea. Of course, when it rains, it pours, everything's all at the same time. But if we can stay in Ohio, we can actually manage what's going on with competitors that do multiple events, we can make it work. We can make things work. So I'm going to finish adding to that. There's just a lot of different type of events that he wants, some people to just come and watch. Some will just be, will actually compete in them. Some people might just do one event. Some people might be ready for 2 and so forth. Okay, so there is going over what that looks like timing wise for the track and for the powerlifting so far. All right, let me share my screen another way. Okay, so I'm just going to stay with track on the next event that he wants done. So this was 4 throws. Let me see where that's at. Is that not showing up?
You're in April. Nothing was happening in April.
No. I would have kept it in April for 4 throws. I don't know why I don't see it there. Let's see.
Oh, it's not an event.
What'd you say?
It's not an event. It's.
Yeah, I made it an event.
Oh.
I had to. There's so much information. Let's see. Is this throws? Purchase equipment. Okay, can you guys see my screen that says 4 throws at the top of it?
Well, maybe because you made it today, it's already passed. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that-
made
Yes.
it go till 5 p.m.
Oh, well, there's a
It's
problem.
over.
I gotta fix that. Okay, so you can see it. Okay, so this is just for throwers. So this was another account that Todd was able to set up. It's called fourthrows.com. So this would be field event athletes for on the track and field team. If you are doing hammer, shot, discus, javelin, weighted throw. Okay. So this company, it's an online company. This guy is a military vet, and he competed in the javelin in college. So he's a really nice guy. He gave us a 10% discount for Team Amp Up, which you can see right here. Amp Up 10 is the code that you want to use. He said these are the brand names right here. He has his own brand too.
And he started this company because he was like, it's so ridiculously hard to find this stuff and it's so damn expensive. So he wanted to source the best stuff, make it easy to get and
and
access,
the lowest prices.
and then the lowest price possible.
Yeah.
So this is literally,
And we got our javelins from him.
this is literally an athlete who is in need,
Yeah.
and that's the solution.
Yeah. I mean, some javelin prices are stupid, and we were not paying stupid prices, especially masters athletes. So we got them from him, and then he ended up giving this great deal. So anyway, so he said it's expensive to ship the items because they're obnoxiously big or long or whatever, but it's a flat rate no matter what it weighs. So he said, since it's expensive to ship, if your throwing athletes place the order, instead of charging each individual person shipping, he said, just tell them just to put it all under, ship their order over to the Amp Up address, and he'll collect all the orders and then ship them all to our gym. And then that way you guys will just get a small portion of a shipping fee versus a bunch of different shipping fees. So he was pretty nice to say that. So that's what he said about that. Like our javelins came in PVC pipe. So that's like the holder that they come in with caps on them. So he does find pretty unique ways to actually ship the stuff. Anyway, right here, Todd has exactly what your age is and exactly what the legal amount is that you have to compete with. So as you can see on here, now we already own a 500-gram javelin and the 700-gram man, and then the 500-gram female javelin. So we do own those. And you guys, a lot of you have been practicing with those, but that's kind of the zone that you'll be in. Don't worry if there's something you can't afford. I mean, you see the stuff that we practice with, so we've got items. But if you want to go ahead and get them ordered and have your stuff, Todd said start bringing them to the outdoor practice, especially so because we're going to start actually throwing everything and so forth. So right there's that event that's going to be on there. I just have to get the date changed for the whole month of April. Okay, so went over that, went over that, went over this, went over this. He said as much of your equipment or spikes that you guys could have by the practice would be great. By the April practice, if not by the May practice. So you've got time to use it, break it in, know what's going on, know how to work with it and so forth. And then if it doesn't work out, you've got time to send that shit back, return it and get something that will work, like what happened to me. So by my second meet, I had already bought my new spike. So like I taught all of you, make sure if you have the type of foot that needs to sit deep in a shoe, make sure that you get a deeper spike. You don't get a real narrow, short one. Also, when he was discussing people's in-store for feet evaluation stats. So if you plan on ordering online, you still probably want to go in person to the Roadrunner store. We were telling some of you about it. There's this machine that you step on, you hold on to it. It's completely computerized, and it's going to wrap around your feet. It tells everything. It's like you got a medium arch on this foot, you're a flat foot on this foot. I mean, every kind of irregularity you could have, ankle, overpronation, over supination, pigeon toe, and then it crafts the actual insert fully around each one of your feet.
Like they take a
It's
mold
ideal.
of your foot,
Yeah, and they keep
and
that.
then they create that custom insert. So they measure you, they'll tell you what kind of arch you have, where your weight is, everything like that. And then they'll literally custom mold and insert to your foot to balance everything out. So it's very similar to having, like, if you have ski boots, and then you get them, the inside of the padding custom molded to your feet, how snug and tight it just fills every crevice and balances everything out. It's exactly like that. So it's that custom, and you definitely want those, because the first year I did not have those. Second year, it's life changing. So between getting the right shoes and then getting those custom inserts, because if you think about it, a track spike, it has less than zero cushion.
Yeah.
Like there's less than zero cushion. It's even less than a barely there flip flop. And then there's also spikes.
Yeah.
So when I'm saying less than zero cushion, I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
So you need that custom insert to give those couple pressure points, especially your arches, just a tiny little bit of support so that you can maintain that dorsiflexion and land on that ball of your foot. So this is something where it's like, you need that, and you need that support, almost like, you know, a knee brace for lifting or a wrist brace when you start lifting heavy and benching heavy. So you need that so your body can actually not get injured while you're executing, and so you can execute at the highest level. So I'm very serious about this because feet take such a pounding, even for throwers, like being in those shoes, because they have less than zero support and you're on spikes and you're twerking and turning and at weird angles.
Yeah.
You need that support molded to your foot.
Yeah. And the best thing I would say, because I use them in my tennis shoes every day, they're very sturdy. I bought the inserts at Dick's. I bought online, on Amazon, everywhere. These are like super sturdy, and when I wear tennis shoes and I don't feel like taking the insert out and putting those in, it's night and day. I just take such a pounding on my heels. So it really is, it's a huge difference. Also inside of, we were thinking they wouldn't fit in those small little spikes, sprinter spikes, but they do. Once you pull your current insert out and then put those in, they actually fit in there just fine. So they work great. All right.
Yeah, don't try to put them in over the
No.
insert that's in the shoe. Rip that shit out.
No,
I tried it both ways. Learn from my mistakes.
Yeah.
All of them.
no, never. All right, so now we're going to go on to, I'm going to go back to these events real quick, make sure I didn't miss anything here. Okay, we're going to be doing a full throttle model event April 29th with the fit models. So that's going on there. And then, yep, June 24th already has a Mrs. Ohio pageant. We're going to be sponsoring that and be at that event.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to go, last year we had a group of probably about 15 people that went and just supported our competitors
Mhm.
and our queens.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. All right. Now we're going to move on. We're going to go over to the program. I know there's probably going to be questions here because it's such a detailed program starting this month. So I'm going to go over it so I can, if you guys see any questions you have or you're wondering, I have notes on every single exercise. You cannot do an exercise without them having some kind of note that he made up about it. Now, this is for the track team. The powerlifting team, I'm going to make that the way that we're going to do the powerlifting team workout. It'll be similar to this, you know, by the program like this, but it's just going to be 2 days a week of power sports, extra power sports exercises. So what we've noticed is people who are on the track team, their lifts are incredible. People who are powerlifting, their everything for track is just accelerating so fast. So there's really no need to go super, super intense. Even if you are doing just powerlifting only and you're working out with us at least once a week, that's still 3 powerlifting workouts a week. So the only person that I would make do a little bit more powerlifting is someone that doesn't train with us at all. Okay, so I'm going to, as you can see here, I had to letter these. So good God, 4A, 4B, and there's another 4B.
Can you
And
share your
4C.
screen more?
Did you see the screen or not?
Oh, no, I got it. Sorry, I had to click on something on my bed.
Okay.
Is this in the, so
This is the app.
this,
Now I'm over in the app. I'm over in the app.
okay, mine doesn't
then-
look like that, but
Oh,
I'll,
it's month 4, USA Track and Field training.
yep.
It's month 4. I'm just in the program section. I will move over into the workout section so I can open up a workout to show you how many notes. But over here in the program, be careful and pay attention. This says sprinters and jumpers only. This is race walkers only. Race walkers, sprinters and jumpers. Sprinters, jumpers, throwers only. So if you are doing both sprinting and throwing, then obviously you've got to do that other workout later in the week. Most of you are either sprinting and jumping and not throwing, and then, or you're doing race walking and throwing. So we've got the workouts kind of broken up right there. The sprinters and the jumpers have the most intense work because those are the most intense events. So you've got to do a lot more intense conditioning. Anyway, there's conditioning work on here. It'll say conditioning. Then there's lifting and lifting. All right. So this one says all athletes. And this one says sprinters, jumpers, walkers only, not throwers. So pay attention to that. Then I just put the word track practice on just the weeks where there is a practice. He cut down. If there is a track practice, then he cut it down because the practice is one of them, whether it's a Zoom or a live practice. Okay, so now I'm going to open up one of the workouts so you can get an understanding how many notes I had to take on the conditioning and the lifting part. All right, so I'm going to look those up. All right. Just make sure you confirm once I get over here that you can actually see the workout once I click over to that. Okay, so this is a lifting workout. Sprinters, jumpers, walkers only. Now, the way some of these things are. So burpee with a weight vest or an ankle weights on, either or. Oh, wow. I had one that had nothing. 20 reps. So at least a 10-pound, 2 pounds if they're ankle weights, whatever, 10-pound weighted vest, 20 reps, 3 rounds. None of this is a circuit. Do it all. Move on to the next exercise. Knee up dumbbell lunge. I had to go into detail. If you're a race walker, 10 to 15-pound dumbbell, you're doing 15 reps. If you're a sprinter, jump throw, 8 reps. Let's throw. Anyway, that's knee up lunge. Dumbbell punch outs. You've got dumbbells in your hand and you're punching. Okay. That's why the weight has to be light. Don't take any chance hurting your elbows with anything heavy. It could even be your ankle weights in your hands. Again, notes over here. 5 to 20-pound dumbbells, 5 reps, 5 sets. If it's a distance person, 10 reps. Everything about distance is high reps. So you're going to have higher reps than everybody when it's distance. Dumbbell pullovers, you all know how to do that. One arm tricep extensions, he wants those done fast. Fast, 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 fast. And I think I have that in the notes here. Yep, 10 reps fast. Wants those done fast. Full flexion, dumbbell rows past your back. So he wants these to be pull up. So fast twitch. This is slow twitch muscle. None of that shit. No slow twitch muscle. Slow twitch wants to keep going until it's over. Fast twitch is without oxygen. It aggresses and stops. So past your back, past your back, past your back, that aggressive. So it will mimic.
Your elbow's
this.
going past your back, not your arm. Her arm and her hand and the dumbbell are not past her back.
Yeah, but the elbows completely. Well, normally a row, you would stop like right there. Okay, real controlled. That's not it. He wants past the back, past the back. So the dumbbells all the way up at the side of my chest. So full flexion, dumbbell rows past your back. And then you read the notes in there, how much you need to do. Barbell or dumbbell seated calf raise, put some weight on your lap and do calf raises. Hip thrust, you can use a barbell or a dumbbell, at least 45-pound hip thrust, and it's very low reps, not a lot of reps at all. Single arm standing dumbbell shoulder press, that's heavy, and only 3 reps. Again, power. So it's bang, bang, bang. Got it? So no slow twitch. Dumbbell sprint speed curl. Go ahead.
What?
Is somebody asking something? Oh, there's a lot of people in chat. What's that? What are they saying?
Practice is Sunday, not this Sunday.
Not
No,
Easter.
it is a Sunday. Melinda put Monday on the calendar, but it's gonna be Sunday, the 16th. Yeah,
I gotta change
practice
the
is
date.
Sunday, the 16th. Okay, I already answered Chris. What did Miranda say?
That doesn't work.
Oh,
Oh, here we go.
uh,
The 40 thrower one isn't available on the app.
just
Oh,
kidding, I
she
found
found
it.
it. Okay, so she found Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're caught up.
Oh, does
Already
the new
answered Chris.
PL? You said
Already
that?
answered her. Yeah, we were texting. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, we have to look up all those records.
Chris is already doing it.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Oh, I like when Chris looks at records. I always
She
like when
texted
Chris.
me about records.
I
I'm like,
always like when
yes,
Chris
go
looks
to the
at
website.
records.
You can be the first one. We haven't had a minute. Thank you, Chris, from
Get that
everyone.
off.
What?
Get that out of there. There.
You
That's
need.
that X. Because I couldn't get it.
Well, I want it to be a touch
There we go.
screen, so I don't know why I'm the person doing
I
this.
know. All right, next one, barbell squats. I just put 95 pounds here for normal squatters. It's only 3 reps. If you're not a normal squatter, if you got bad shoulders and got to hold it here, you got to hold dumbbells and do it, then that's what you're going to have to do.
And when you're
if you don't
doing
have a
these
barbell.
squats, as Todd has instructed me,
Yeah,
okay, so let's review.
he's got it right
First
here.
season, he had me doing powerlifting, set all those records, and then 5 weeks later, compete at nationals for sprinting. And he was like, these will work in tandem. This is great.
Yeah.
One helps build on the other.
Yeah.
And then everybody else I talked to was like, professionals, they were like, no, not really. Now he's changed his tune. Fast forward to here we are 2 years later. And now he's like, don't do too much powerlifting. Oh my God, don't do too many reps. You're doing explosive reps, right? You can only do explosive reps, just 2 to 3 reps. I told you. So now I'm not allowed. I have to confirm with him that I'm not actually powerlifting when I go to the gym. And that when I do my squats, it's only explosive doubles. And then when I tell him what I'm doing and why for my hip mobility, even with squats, he's like, that's too many. That's too many. I'm like, no, it's working. I figured it out. This is from the mobility angle of it. So anyway, point of this is to say that when you do these squats, you want them to be explosive but controlled. So really focus on controlling the way down and then explode up. Almost like a jump squat, but you're not actually going to be jumping with 95 pounds on your back. You also don't want to explode in a loose jellyfish kind of way where it threatens the safety and the health of your low back or your knees. So when I say explode, I mean explode back to that end point with control. So explode up and push up, but don't go past the end point with your form. So don't hyperextend your back, don't throw your hips forward, don't lock out your knees. When you say explosive, people think it means hyperextend everything, and that's not what you want to do. So explode up, but you're going from point A to point B. So keep good form. Just like on a bicep curl, you keep everything tight. You go from point A to point B. Then you see jackasses at the gym throwing shit all over the place. That's kind of the equivalent of what I'm saying here. You guys all know excellent squat form. Squat your asses down, explode up just to that end point.
Yeah, he only wants 3/4 of the way down on
Okay.
these. So it gets more hamstring, and you need your hamstring for taking off
Everything.
at speed. So 8 sets of 3, 80% of your max weight. Walkers, you're going to do 15 reps, 80% of your max weight, and go fast, do them fast. So, and like she said, it has to stop. So even though you're exploding at the top, you explode from the bottom and then you land. Explode from the bottom, then you land.
Yeah.
But 3/4 of the way down, this is not powerlifting squats at all.
No.
Okay. Barbell squats, all those. Neutral grip incline chest press. I just put 20-pound dumbbells there. It's still 3 reps. You can read about that. Stiff legs. And that's it. Okay, so that's a lot of work. So that's why powerlifters and the track athletes are just getting in such amazing shape, because there's a lot of work that's going on. Let's go back and let's take a look at a conditioning workout. That was a lifting one. Just in case I get asked on the conditioning shit. All right, so sprinters, jumpers. Let's look at race walker conditioning. Okay, so there's a lot of, everything has all the warm up at the beginning. Get in the habit, all this work with the foam roller, stretching. And then this one is, what do you got here? Oh, your stuff's pretty easy. Race walk 5 miles completed in 55 minutes. Well, that's that. He ain't got no room for discussion. I don't think there'll be any questions with that, Karen, will there?
Just did it tonight.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So let's look at another one. Let's look at phase sprinters and jumpers. That's a conditioning one right there. Let's take a look at theirs. What do they got to do? And now the same foam roller work. Yep. All that's the same. Get all that out of the way. And now, oh, okay. So you guys, one of your conditioning workouts is do a 20 to 30 minute self-paced run. That's it. 20 to 30 minute self-paced run. That's one of your conditioning days. So that's not so much. So sometimes it looks like there's a lot of shit, but it's like, oh, it's just a 20-minute run I have to do. So don't get spooked over thinking it's so much stuff. It's mainly all the rolling and the stretching and getting in that habit of just having that 5 or 6 days a week that you're constantly rolling, constantly stretching, and that
Oh.
just keeps your body in such a safe place.
Oh my God, something I learned the other day. So, I've been going through my own learning on mobility and just figuring out what I need to do as a master's athlete to keep my body at the highest level for performance. But then also after whenever you aggressively lift and aggressively sprint and do anything aggressive, you're tearing your muscles, micro tears, causes inflammation, blah, blah, blah. So, I'll feel great during the workout, squatting heavy, explosive shit, sprinting at the track. And then I'll feel like shit for like 5 days afterwards. Why am I going to sneeze right now? Huh. Okay. And so I was figuring out with all the variables, okay, what am I doing differently in the whole totality of a workout? Because I've squatted for years. I love squatting heavy. It's helping so much correct my alignment and all the issues I've been working to fix with my hips. So just looking at the different variables within my workout, it's making me see how much, and this is what I'm going to be teaching for everybody next and to help us all get through the season, since we're all literally competing at the same time and doing this together, a lot more of the twisting dynamic workout. So, the SI hip rotations that I have you guys do and all the seated stuff, all of that is very important for alignment and to do before and after. But now I'm starting to get more into seeing the purpose and the usefulness of more twisting dynamic mobility things. And, I always looked at stretching like it's fine until it's not fine. Like it's not tight, everything's fine. And then all of a sudden something locks up and I'm like, okay, now it's not fine anymore. So when it comes to different twisting and dynamic mobility things, kind of like the up and overs that we do and going side to side with the legs, those dynamic ones that Todd was pushing and teaching me, when you're doing things like that, and also when you're breathing in a certain way, which I'm now researching more, it actually is not only loosening up the muscles and the fascia, but it's actually releasing hyaluronic acid. So this is the part where it actually gets into anti-aging. And when I say anti-aging, I mean everybody over the age of 25. So it's actually releasing hyaluronic acid. So when we're doing mobility and we're doing these things, I was thinking it's just because something's tight, something is asymmetrically more mobile on one side and less mobile on the other. And I was thinking about it more from like a gymnastics. You stretch before you work out, you stretch afterwards to increase more flexibility. Things need to be even, prevent injury, but it goes far beyond just flexibility. So now what I'm learning about mobility is that it actually releases when you're doing certain twisting things with the torso and releasing the low back and the hips and even like the whole abdomen area and breathing in a certain way, it's releasing hyaluronic acid. And hyaluronic acid, most of the girls know that's what's in lip filler, that's what's in filler, that's what's in almost every single facial cream and serum and everything and lip balm. That is literally like the lubrication for your skin. So just like how collagen and natural hyaluronic acid that's produced in your skin, those things decrease over time, starting at age 20 and 25. It's happening internally as well. So, and with your muscles. So this is now just not, hyaluronic acid is on your cheeks and you have to put some on the surface because it decreases over time. This is on a whole body functional fascia muscle level. And so this is what I'm feeling in the difference between the days when I lift heavy and I do my explosive workout and sprint training stuff. If I do not do these dynamic mobility things with certain kinds of breathing to get everything, not just released, but to get hyaluronic acid released into my body, I feel like shit.
Oh.
So that's what I'm studying more in detail now and accidentally stumbled on. So that's going to be something that I am using on myself and learning about myself and then teaching all of you throughout this whole track season so that you feel good and you can perform at the highest level throughout the entire season. So to me, that was just like, oh my God, of course, but also like mind blowing.
Yeah.
And I can tell it's going to be completely life changing because
yeah.
I love training hard. I love going heavy. But even with like cryo and Epsom salt baths and massage and
Yeah.
massage gun and foam rolling and stretching, like I literally do everything. So
Yeah.
it's not like I'm only doing 50% of the things and it's
Oh.
like, okay, I need to step up my recovery game. I do everything for an hour to 2 hours a day. Like I literally cannot do more.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is happening? I love to go hard and heavy, but why is everything hurting so much?
Yeah.
So this is now more specifically what I am learning about for myself and then to teach all of you
Sounds cool.
about hyaluronic acid being released
I love it.
that promotes recovery and better performance from the kind of dynamic mobility training that we're doing.
I love it.
So
I love
yeah,
it.
I've been doing it for a couple days now and squatted on Monday and I feel amazing now.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's
So it's
awesome.
like immediately it's the answer.
I love it. All right, well, we got that. Also, since she just got done saying that, I will bring in the information about Michelle. Michelle just did a intensive cupping boot camp. For those of you who don't know, she is a massage therapist already, so she now knows how to do cupping, and she wants to have a couple people that she works on. She was even taught how to do things for cupping on your face, helping relieving sinus issues, things that will help, kind of lift your face and your muscles and so forth. So she wants to work on a few people. So I'll be asking people this week, and then we'll put a day together that she'll come over here and actually practice some cupping sessions on people. So just send me a message or a text.
I would like to do that to see if it helps with my
Okay.
allergy drainage.
Yeah, exactly. So even when we get these, the team tent that will be at the events, that could be a cool thing for Michelle to be in the tent and be able to offer that as well. So we can make a package for that too. That would be an awesome thing. Especially when you're just like in between, events that you're doing and so forth. All right, so now we have to go over to the meal plan. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I did not go over this for the throwers.
Wait,
Let's
please
take a
in the
look.
Chat.
Okay, I'll look at that in a second. Let's go down here on the throwers and see what he has here for the throwers for conditioning. All right, so throwers, he's got a 5-minute jog to get warmed up. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 items. The throwers have got to do high knees, and he's got a deep explanation on all this stuff. Sprinters and jumpers only. 20-meter high knees moving. 20 meters, then cruise, jog. Where for the throwers, you don't have to jog it. You could just walk it. If that's all you want to do, you can just walk it. They're the ones that actually have to sprint it. Wind sprints on this one. He's got, and I wanted to explain this anyway. So 4 times a 20-meter sprint accelerated. So you're accelerating the whole time of the 20 meters, and then you go to a 20-minute cruise, which is just a light jog. Rest 2 minutes and do it 4 times. So the throwers, if you want to walk it, if you want to jog it a little bit and then walk it, you can do that. You can walk the whole thing, a fast walk and then a slower walk. So you can do that as a thrower. 200 meters. When it comes to the sprinters and jumpers, you got the 200 meter at 70%. Rest 4 minutes. All 4 of them are 70%. And if you are a thrower, you're doing a 200 meter. Again, like I just said, can be if you want to just walk it, so at the fastest walk possible, or jog it. So that's the conditioning part on, and that's the only difference for the throwers. They just don't have to be as intense. So skip to cruise. The word cruise is just a track term. It's like a jog. Okay, so that's it on me reviewing the notes and everything. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. Let's go over to the meal plan. Take a look at the meal plan real quick in case there's any questions, because this is applied to power lifters and to track athletes as well. This is all people that have weight to lose. I think it's 40. And confirm that you can see my screen once it pulls up, please. All right, can you see the menu?
We just see several types of menus, like they're listed, but not the actual menu.
Oh, no. Okay, then it didn't share. Hold on. Go again on my share. How about now? 40 spring fat loss?
Yep,
Okay.
yep, got it. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. All right, so on the meal plan right now, I think there's probably 3 or 4 new recipes on there, brand new, super awesome. They're just amazing, just to get some variety in your diet. There are quite a bit of long intermittent fasting days on here, IEC days on here. So pay attention to those times, because that will definitely help your body use more body fat, especially if you're doing a morning workout without eating. Anyway, just pay attention that I try to put the recipe right there in the whole box, so keep it all in one place now, so all that extra work that was going on before. So got a lot of variety, and sticking to this, whether you have weight to lose or don't. If you got weight to lose, you're definitely going to lose it no matter what. This plan is an awesome plan. So again, it's for the powerlifters and the track athletes. Get going on that. If the powerlifters can get close to their competition weight in June, all the better. All the better. By June, all the better. So some of you are pretty anal. Cindy, Rhonda, for example, you guys will be down either below your weight or close to it, April, May. I already know both of you, which is fine. So the faster you get over towards your weight, the less you've got to diet, and the stronger you can actually get, which is good. We already learned the hard way the first season, having to make weight. So if we can make weight as far away as possible, the better. Okay, so went over that meal plan. Anybody have any questions on that? Like this. Okay, and then I'm going to collect for Brittany.
I'm gonna say, for anybody who's done with all the weird diet, all the different diets, apparently soaking in 50-degree water for 6 minutes a day is really good for burning the fat. So get in there while the weather's
What degree water?
50.
Yeah, that's good for all kinds of shit.
Is that the cold plunge
Is that
temperature?
that cold stuff?
fine. You don't even have to break the ice off at that temperature.
Oh God, no. You got to be a certain person that wants to do that. I know it'd be good for you. I'll take the cryo. I'll take the local cryo. I'll take the
Sounds
local.
like a cold pool I used to jump in as a little kid because I couldn't wait for summer. And then I come out, my teeth are chattering.
I
like
know,
a
those are
snowflake.
never good memories. Our teeth were
No.
always shattering. Those were never good memories. Okay. All right. So
I accidentally did that at some outdoor adventure place in Mexico, and my teeth were chattering for like 30 minutes. It was horrible. I was like, the fuck was that cave? I'm not doing that again.
That's awful. Okay, so I think I've got everything covered. I think I covered everything. So meal plan, the event page, you
It's a
now
lot.
know. If anybody has any other events that they want, they need me to add, they want me to add, whatever. Does this new powerlifting place have their records listed? Oh, that was Chris's question. Oh, no, 3 more messages.
No,
Hold
that
on.
was like 45
Okay.
minutes ago.
Is there still a team photo shoot on June 4th? June 4th. We were planning on that if we were going to do that June 3rd. So no, I don't have that photo shoot planned right now. I'll have to discuss that more with Todd because he has so many different teams
Yeah.
that we need to
yeah.
make rosters for.
Yeah.
So I've got to work through what is the smartest way to actually do that entire thing. Right now I'm finishing up team uniforms and stuff like
Right.
that. So many things on
Do
the
we talk
agenda.
about team uniforms?
No, there's nothing to say. I'm
Do
waiting
they
on one more
sell-
estimate.
What does Mike need?
So are the USA powerlifting competitor weight classes the same as NASA? They are the same. They're all kilos, but this USA powerlifting, since it's so big, they break their ages in every 5 years, like USA track and field. It's like the same organization. So you'll have even less, so a higher chance of beating people, like 60 to 64, 65 to 69. So they have their ages broken apart like that. But the kilos of what you weigh is all the same. That's still the same. They're if I'm not mistaken, I think in their rule book I saw to beat someone else's record, I think it has to be 5 kilos over, not
Okay, well,
2.5.
that's the rule book. Chris just sent the
Okay.
link.
So
so
there's a rule
reiterate it.
book if you guys want to grab that rule book link and read that. That's a great idea. That rule book should be over on the meal on the
Yeah.
add the rule book to the event.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris.
Yep. He did say, do not sign up for, I already told you not to sign up for the powerlifting until I find out from them, since they had a limit at 56. So I'm still waiting on that woman, and then I'll give the go ahead right away on the powerlifting meeting on July 1st. As soon as I hear back from her, he said don't register for any track and field event yet until he checks, do we have to register as a team or can individual people do
Yeah,
it? So
that's
don't
true.
do that either. So don't register for any of those things. Your only objectives are get all your spikes or whatever and get all your implements if you need those. That's the only agendas you guys have.
Yeah, then Rhonda's asking about.
Rhonda is nationals by invitation only, like indoor. It very well may be. And so that
I mean, yeah, it was
again,
when I competed.
I know, but we have to find that out. Because again, now that we're a team, he might say, you didn't have a competition close enough by for our team. Who knows? I don't know what negotiations he can do.
Right.
I don't know. So as soon as he finds those out, he'll let me know, then I'll let you know that. But typically you can't go to the nationals unless you already won gold at a regional event.
Well, and it's also like we want you to do well there. You don't want to show up and get smoked.
Yeah. And
That's
he's not
not
going
a
to let
good
that anyway.
exactly.
And he'll base it based on, when we get to the month of June, and he's
Yeah.
just like we do with powerlifting, he sees where you are, he looks at, he'll be pulling up, okay, where's Mike's All-American number?
Right.
Okay, where's he at in relation to that? Where's everybody at in relation to all the American numbers? Once he gets those numbers, then he's like, okay, here's who's ready, here's who's not.
Yeah.
Maybe you're ready for 2 events, not 4. That's what he has to determine. But September is that, like I said, that throwing event too, and then we go right back into indoor, which you will now have had enough practice and enough mobility and enough prehab and enough of everything that it'll all start to rack up where you can actually start to just get into shows. Very similar to how we can just go season after season after season with powerlifting. Everybody's just so pro now. Hold on. Okay. So I have to go up for anybody else. Okay, that's the same. Do they sell that in 55-gallon drums for me? What does he mean by 55-gallon drum? Mike, what are you talking about?
Acid for his whole body.
Oh,
Do you want-
55-gallon
Do
drum for him
hyaluronic
for him to
acid serum
soak?
for your whole body.
For him to soak in the cold tub?
No, not the cold tub. When I was talking about hyaluronic acid, I'm trying to think about what was being said.
Oh, I thought that was when Michelle said
minutes ago.
soaking. I thought it was Michelle soaking in the cold tub.
Oh,
I bet he means that. Mike, do
Okay.
you mean the cold tub, 55-gallon drum for a cold tub? I bet he does.
okay.
Okay, there's that. Interactive.
Sorry. No, I meant
Mike.
the, whatever that hydrolonic acid
Hydrolonic
that Brittany was
acid,
talking
yeah.
about.
They sell it in like 2-ounce containers, Mike, sorry.
Oh, oh, come on. I need it in bulk.
Gonna
That's
be injected
hilarious.
full of filler everywhere.
Okay, Cindy is asking where are events listed? Cindy, are you asking about the events on the actual AMP up page? Is that events that you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, hold on,
It's
let me
in
go
the
back to
menu
it.
bar, so it's a link on the menu bar. Can you see us? What's
Hold on.
happening?
Hold on.
Where are you?
Oh, I think I might have stopped the share. Hold on. Go back to share. Why is it not moving?
Because you have to push the share button.
All right. Do you see, can you see the actual AMP up website now?
Somebody unmute and say yes.
Yes.
I can
Okay.
see it.
Okay, so now can you see right here on the menu bar events? If you click events. right there.
Okay.
And then it'll break it down by a list, or you can see how the month is going to play out. So it'll show you like, here's what's going on for the month.
Oh, that's
There's
cool
a-
that it does the whole line of you have this
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like the thrower thing that has to get extended.
Yeah.
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 Thanks.
Yeah.
I've got it.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can subscribe to the calendar
Yeah.
to get notifications.
Yeah, that's cool. So you can subscribe to the calendar, then
Oh, I
it'll
love
update you.
this
This is so
feature
cool.
on my website theme.
This is so cool, isn't it?
So happy
So-
when things work.
Yep. And then,
Hey, just real quick, I don't know if this is real quick or not, but still on that app, well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
The workouts, can you get that on the website?
No, the app and the
I didn't think
website
so.
are
Those are
two
not the same.
separate platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew
different.
they were, but I didn't know if you
Yes.
could get it on, just because a lot of times on the app, when
Yeah.
you're opening it up, you cannot see whether you go landscape, portrait, or whatever, you cannot see the time it takes, even when you open it up. You can sometimes when you go into the workout specifically, but under like if it's high knees and it says how many seconds, you can't
Yeah.
really see how many seconds you have. It only has like the 0 and then the colon and then like the 1. And then it still does that whole thing about, oops, not this day yet, even after you start the program. That still keeps happening.
yeah, don't
And-
use program to actually do your workouts. Just use
Right.
program to look at your week. Just look at your week. Maybe take a
Right.
screenshot of your week and then go over to workouts and pull the workout that matches Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Program isn't built for anything but to just plan a whole month out. It's actually for the trainer. It's actually not for you guys. So a
Okay.
program is so the trainer can plan at 4 weeks at a time out or 2 weeks or whatever. And it lets us see, we haven't duplicated your workouts. We've got everything laid out. So it's almost like this calendar. The way you use this calendar, you can't do anything with the calendar but look at it. But when you click
Right.
to it, now that you can't click in on program, you got to go over to workouts and click in under workout. Some
And
people
that's what
don't let them.
I do
My
that.
phone won't let me either. So when I go
Right.
to programs and I try to click, I can't move. I cannot move on program. I can only move over on workouts.
And the
And
next time,
that's what I do.
oh,
Go ahead.
the next time it's doing the time duration thing, Karen, screenshot it and send it to Melinda, because it could be that we don't have anything filled in there. So we have to see if it's something with the display, like if something's taking up too much space and it's kicking out that display,
Mm.
or if it's literally just an empty category that we need to know to take off for the future, or like we just didn't fill it in.
Oh, Karen,
Yeah.
let me go back to something there on the workouts, because there's shit that will pop up that you might be taking literal, and I'm just like, fuck it, I am not taking that off. I'm too fucking tired.
Well, and I
let's
think, and
make
I've
sure
done
you
that.
know-
Like it might be
when
user
something-
error.
Let's make sure sometimes when I'm like, fuck it, I am not removing that stupid British thing on there.
Operator
Yes,
error. It might be an
exactly.
operator error.
It's that
Well-
British thing that drives me crazy. I don't
That's
even know
exactly
what
it.
it stands for. It drives me nuts.
Well, when I go on, I do the workouts. Like that's exactly what I do. I look at the programs. But with all of these categories, to me, that's so much that I'm thinking.
you don't need it. No.
Well,
so like,
but I'm
yeah,
trying
see
to
how it
figure
says
out-
tempo. like this tempo, this is that British shit. I'm not taking that off.
NA.
Oh, no, I hate it.
I know your tolerance.
I
is
hate
not
it.
What we said about details.
No.
I'm more OCD
Fuck no.
person to my own
Yeah.
detriment. So I take all that shit off.
No.
She's just like, fuck it,
No,
fuck it, fuck
no,
it. Skip
it's
it,
already
skip it,
enough
skip it.
work.
So
And then rest period, I don't give rest period. So
I don't do any of that.
unless
Nope.
he gave you a rest period, I do not give rest
yeah,
period.
as
So
Kim knows,
I'm not taking all
we
that
don't
off.
get rest periods.
Yeah,
So don't
exactly.
pay attention
No,
to
and-
any other shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. She just didn't feel like
Thank
taking
you
it
for
off.
asking that. Yeah, no, none of those things matter. The only thing
Well,
that would ever
see-
matter, sometimes I'll change it to body weight if it is or whatever, but I'm trying to finagle even some of these things. I had to put a 20M to tell you like it was a 20 meter. I think it might have taken on some of them. Hopefully it did.
See, and we can't see all of this on our app. We only see, I want to say like 3
You
columns.
just see the end result, right? This is the back end trainer programming side and all this
Yeah.
shit that, like, on one hand, it's great because it gives us a lot of options.
Yeah,
On the other hand, it's a pain in the fucking
it
ass
is.
because it populates all the options.
Yeah,
And then you have to somehow try to take them all off.
yeah, yeah. That's a total pain.
And it
Well,
literally doubles the amount of time it takes to set up somebody's workout. And sometimes we just don't have that time.
The
Let me
thing I
go
also
to a
learned,
conditioning thing real
yeah, the
quick.
thing I also learned is if you use your browser instead of your mobile app, use a browser, log into the application, and it will look different, Karen. Because I
Yeah,
had a
that's true.
client who was having trouble with it, and so I had
It's
her use
awful.
a
I
browser
have to
instead
say
of the
it,
mobile
yeah.
app.
So when you go in, so you just go into,
Go into any
Safari
browser,
or
open
Google.
Chrome or Safari, yep,
Oh,
and then go to
damn it.
this what is this thing called again?
My PT Hub.
Yes, thank
My
you. Go
PT
into
Hub.
My PT Hub and log in. It will pull this up in the browser, and you will
Oh.
see a lot more than you see
Yeah.
potentially on your mobile phone.
Yeah, even a tablet, Karen. So if you have a tablet or a laptop, you definitely will see longer. So like this, what I tried to do yesterday when I was typing these in, I tried to put like 10 meter on there.
Mhm.
It looked like it took it. So when I hit save changes, it wiped it right off. So it won't let that M stay in there.
Yeah, and that part, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I think
That's why
my biggest,
I had to take so many notes. I had to put so many notes in there.
Yeah.
So yeah. So just don't look at the stuff towards the end. Just know I'm not doing all that labor to take all that shit off there.
no, and we can't, like I said, we can't see a lot of that, but on my app, and like I said, maybe I don't want to take everybody's time up. It's just whenever I go
you're looking at
into
all
that-
those details. You're looking at
Yeah.
all the details. Just if you can see the note,
No,
if you see the note, it just says race walkers do this,
Yeah.
this, whatever. And then if
I guess
there's-
that's where I'm
Yeah.
saying is there's so much. If you're race walking, if you're powerlifting, like on my workout, I've got 2, 4, 4A, 4, all the different workouts. And it's like, okay, which one am I supposed to do in at what time? And I know, you go into workout and you can figure that out, but going back and forth between the program and the workout,
Yeah.
it's
best to take a picture of that program page. It's best just to take a picture
So
or maybe
do a
rewrite it out when you
screenshot.
can, like on the days that you're training, like here's what my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever your
Mhm.
days are. So you have
that's
an
what I did
idea.
last time.
Yeah, that's what Jalen did also. He mapped out with especially with his work and coaching schedule, map out what workouts you're doing on what days.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's what I have to do because I can't. Yeah. So
Yeah.
well, I'll look at the browser. Thanks, Rhonda. I'll see about that too. And thanks, Melinda and Brittany. It's just
Yeah.
I need to have the workout. So I want to almost put it on my own piece of paper spreadsheet to be able to do it because otherwise you feel like, oh my gosh, back and forth and it's hard
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
pull that up.
Or you could, if you use the calendar on your phone, you could put your workouts on the calendar on your phone, knowing that you always do, like you do your conditioning, whatever today is, Tuesday, Thursday's your conditioning, type that in your phone. Then, you're just going over, you open up the app and just look for the conditioning workout and open that right up because you plugged in your phone. Oh, it's a lifting day, or condition, power lift.
Right.
So
That's what I
you
did
could
last
plug
time.
that into your actual phone calendar.
Right.
Yeah.
I think many of us feel the same way, so we can work on that this weekend.
Oh yeah. Yep. That sounds good.
'Cause
All
I
right.
have
Thanks, ladies.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect. We're just over here MacGyvering shit one day at a time.
And one more, sorry if I was confused by this. Should we go to Roadrunner in Worthington to
forgot
get our
James.
shoes? I'm
Oh.
still reading this. And should we go as soon as we can? Yes. If you want to go to the Roadrunner in Worthington, that is the best location to go. It's the one right behind our
Yep.
location. That's the one that has the machine that you'll step your feet on so they can see what's going on. Again, if some of the stuff that happens in your lower leg, especially James, could be based on the foot. That's what happened to me. So my foot was impacting my Achilles. And so everything is impacted by those inserts. That's why I do not go without my inserts, even
Mhm.
everyday training people. So yep, go as soon as you can. He'd like everyone have at least inserts or their shoes or their spikes by the next practice so we can look over them and make sure that you like them or whatever. So yep, that's the answer to that. When will there be the first indoor meets next year? I know you might not know. We don't know if September, I think September might be an outdoor throwing event, but they're going to start in the fall. So we just got started with our team in December, so we missed all those fall things. So it starts in the fall. So track indoor starts in the fall. So that throwers one that I have on the event calendar, I just don't remember if that is outdoor or indoor. It's probably outdoor because it's a throwers event, probably like the finale.
Of throwing season.
September, jump and throws. Yeah, Open Masters, Geneva. It's at the Spires Institute, and they've got fantastic indoor and outdoor. So that's September. I don't know if that's indoor or outdoor, but it's at least posted. So we're planning on doing that one. Thanks, Chuck. My message before. Got that. Okay, I think we've gotten everybody answered. Anybody else have any questions? Did we get everybody answered? Okay. All right, people. Thank you.
Yay.
Appreciate it.
And if you have any
All right.
questions, message us.
Yep.
And then everything is on that new events page and we have to update a couple things. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are next getting the athlete profile section set up. That's the next thing I have
I
to
don't even want to hear preview.
MacGyver. I know. She just
Oh.
has to pay for it.
No, I don't want to
So
preview.
next,
Good
I'm
God.
getting our athlete profile section set up. So then you guys can all see each other and connect, and all the social media links will be on there. So you guys can all friend each other if you're not already friends. So I gotta circle back around on that now that he's finished a couple
And that
other
will
things.
obviously tie in with photos. So we'll also let you know about photos. Obviously, we're going to give you at least a 5-week notice before we ever do a photo shoot. So once he fills us in on that, then we'll determine when photos will happen.
Yeah, in our spare time, we just have to put together a modeling photo shoot and invite all of our athletes to get profile pictures. That's all.
Oh God, life is so hard for us.
No, but also we have no time, like in reality.
All right, guys. See everybody later.
Okay, practice is Sunday.
Nope. That's Easter.
No, Sunday the 16th.
Sunday
Because
the
you said it was
16th.
Monday the 17th.
Sunday the 16th.
We're
We'll
fixing
see you
that on
then.
the event page also. Okay, bye.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome.